Welcome back to the most terrifying story I've ever told. In parts 1 and 2, you heard about shadow figures, voice mimicking, and my brother being stalked all night by something pretending to be our family. But what you're about to hear, this is when we finally learned what we were really dealing with. And guys, it was so much worse than we imagined. When we left off, the shaman had just told my parents to call us kids immediately. My brother was violently sick, and she knew something was attacking us even from a distance. My parents, grandmother, and the shaman raced to our great-aunt's house. During the drive, the shaman explained that the spirit following my mom had suddenly become gleeful and excited, a clear sign that the main evil entity was now targeting us children directly. When they arrived, the shaman did something that still gives me chills. She ran straight to my brother and held him while crying. Our great-aunt was completely confused. This stranger was sobbing over my brother. But my mom started crying too, for reasons she couldn't explain. Here's the weird part: the shaman kept calling my brother by name, even though my parents had never told her what it was. My grandmother later said she thought my deceased grandfather's spirit was speaking through the shaman at that moment. We all drove back to our house together. I sat on my mom's lap, my brother sat on the shaman's lap, and she kept whispering his name like a protective chant the entire drive. The moment we pulled up to the house, the shaman's entire demeanor changed. She went from this warm, caring person to someone completely businesslike and focused. She set my brother down and walked into our house first, without any hesitation. Inside, she didn't do anything dramatic at first. No chanting, no rituals, just walking from room to room, like she was conducting an inspection. But there were two places where she stopped for a long time: the storage room and the area around my mom's vanity table. Then she went straight to the small room and opened our closet, the one my brother had hidden in. She reached inside and pulled out this yellowed, half-rotted piece of paper that had been taped inside. "This is why you survived," she told my brother, showing him the protective charm my grandmother had placed there years ago. But then she tore it off and threw it away, replacing it with a fresh one. Next, the shaman told my dad to help her move the coffee table, the same one where my mom had been attacked by the shadow figure. My dad said they needed to throw it out immediately, not later. When they moved it outside, that was just the beginning. Then she went to the TV stand and said that had to go too. When my parents and the shaman struggled to move this heavy wooden piece, they found something absolutely disgusting behind it. There was a clump of human hair stuck to the floor with some kind of thick, sticky substance that smelled horrible. The shaman took one look at it and freaked out. "This needs to be cleaned immediately," she said, looking genuinely disturbed. Despite this gross mess being there, we'd never seen a single bug in that house, which now seemed even more unnatural. My parents went to dispose of the TV stand, while the shaman got towels and started cleaning up this disgusting hair and gunk. She kept muttering, "Such a toxic house, such a toxic house." When she finished cleaning, she told my parents, "Snake wine mixed with human hair. That sticky substance had been some kind of alcohol with snake in it, mixed with human hair." The shaman explained that the previous tenants had been a couple who loved going to the mountains. Their hobby was catching snakes alive and making wine with them, collecting these bottles like some people collect stamps. According to neighborhood rumors, they would trap snakes and put them in alcohol while they were still alive, then add human hair to the mixture for some reason. The shaman said this practice had attracted and anchored malicious spirits to the house. But she wasn't done with her investigation. She went to my mom's vanity table and spent a long time staring at it. Finally, she said it was too dangerous to remove, but she needed to hide something inside it. She opened the bottom drawer and tucked a folded paper deep inside, then gave us strict instructions: "If anyone asks where this is, never tell them, no matter who asks." Then she put protective charms on the storage room door and told us to avoid going in there as much as possible. After placing charms around the house, the shaman said she felt uneasy and needed to double-check her work. She walked through the house again, examining the spots where she'd removed things and placed protections. Finally, she said the house was temporarily safe, but she couldn't perform the full cleansing ritual yet. She couldn't explain exactly why, just that it wasn't time yet, and we needed to wait a few months. My parents wanted to push for immediate help, but honestly, we weren't in a position to argue with someone who was helping us for free. Out of kindness to my grandmother, that night, the shaman left, telling us to follow her instructions carefully, and she'd return in a few months to finish the job. What happened next was almost weirder than the supernatural attacks. Absolutely nothing. Our house became completely normal. No strange sounds, no moving objects, no threatening presences. It was like living in a regular family home. We could actually enjoy being there. We played board games in the living room, watched TV without fear, laughed during dinner. But somehow, the atmosphere felt more ominous than before. Like we were living in the eye of a hurricane. My family had an unspoken agreement not to talk about how scared we still were. We all acted normal, but I could see it in my parents' forced smiles. And my brother's way of staying close to adults. Every night, we still huddled together in the master bedroom. During the day, we went to the bathroom in pairs. Nobody wanted to be alone anywhere in that house. During this quiet period, my brother started having strange dreams. He wrote about them in his diary, and they were always the same pattern. Someone would ask him questions, and he'd be tempted to answer. He dreamed about doctors asking what was wrong with him, police asking for his personal information, my mom angrily demanding to know what he'd done wrong, even game show hosts asking him trivia questions. But every single time, just as he was about to respond, he'd hear a man's voice saying, it's a dream, don't answer." The shaman had warned us that my brother shouldn't answer questions in dreams. Especially not more than 4 times, or something bad would happen. Thankfully, this mysterious voice kept protecting him. After about 3 months of these dreams, they stopped completely. And exactly when they stopped, the shaman showed up unannounced. The shaman arrived late at night with a young woman assistant, both dressed in traditional ritual clothing. She told our entire family to sleep somewhere else that night. My parents and I went to our great-aunt's house, and my dad slept at his shop. We had no idea what happened during that night. When my dad returned the next morning, the young woman was gone, and the shaman was ready to leave. She told my dad the house was finished and safe now. There was a strong incense smell throughout the house that needed to air out, but once it did, we could live there normally until we moved. When my dad tried to pay her, she refused, saying she owed my grandmother a favor and wouldn't take money. After that night, our house was completely different. Not just peaceful, actually normal. We could sleep with doors open, go to the bathroom alone, spend time in any room without fear. My brother stopped having nightmares. I stopped waking up exhausted. My parents stopped looking like they'd aged 10 years in 10 months. We lived there for 2 more months before moving. And nothing supernatural ever happened again. It was like living in a completely different house. The day we moved out, we never saw the spiteful landlord grandmother again. My dad heard later from neighbors that the previous tenants really had been into making snake wine as a hobby, which explained everything the shaman had found. Looking back, I realize how close we came to something terrible happening to our family. If we hadn't reached out for help when we did, if my grandmother hadn't had those prophetic dreams, if that shaman hadn't been willing to help us, I don't like to think about what might have happened. The house was eventually torn down when they built a railroad nearby. Now there's just a paved road where our nightmare house used to stand. Sometimes I drive past that spot and think maybe that was for the best. My family never talks about that year, but it changed all of us. We're closer now, but we're also more aware that there are things in this world that can't be explained by logic or science. That's the complete story of my family's haunted house experience. Thank you for going on this terrifying journey with me. If you made it through all 3 parts, you're braver than most people. Have you ever experienced something supernatural? Share your stories in the comments. And if you want more real Korean horror stories, hit that subscribe button because I have plenty more where this came from. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams. If you can manage them after hearing this story.